Hello, excuse me, sorry. Hello. Welcome to my Thursday afternoon Facebook Live. And today I'm sharing with you another project. I've been doing a bit of a series of projects over the last couple of weeks, sharing this lovely stamp set, the Trucking Along stamp set, and the coordinating punch. So this is the third card. Let me show you the other cards I've done. Have I done this one with you? Done this one. We're using some colouring in with the stamping blends. And then last week I did this one using the stamping, the Trucking Along with the stamp set. So the truck here has been coloured in, the truck here has been stamped. And then today we're going to use the truck with punching. And I've also used some fun colours that were the colours we used for a colour challenge just recently. Okay, they are Pebbled Path, Crushed Curry and Cajun Craze, and I'll be doing all of the stamping using those colours. But I do have to get my stamping mat just to protect my surface here. And the first thing I'm going to do is just add a little bit of ink to my embossed piece of cardstock there. Can you see? That's using the exposed brick embossing folder. Has a lovely texture and sort of a grungy look, which works well, I think, with masculine cards. So I'm just going to add a bit of ink to my brush, which already has quite a lot of ink on it anyway, but just a little bit of ink to highlight all of those embossed bits and pieces. There we go. And that's all I really need there. Okay, so we'll stick that one on the front of the card. I'll just add some seal to two sides of there. Stick that there. And with the edge of my fingernail, I'm just going to go along and give it a little bit of texture there. There we go. So there. So I folded it up a little bit. Gave it a little bit of a squish and a rub. Okay, so there's my first piece of my card. Now let's do all of the stamping here. On my two pieces of very vanilla, just drop my embossing brush there, my blending brush there. And we're going to stamp some trees across the middle. Going to do most of my stamping just with the outline images using my Pebbled Path ink and a couple of trees down the bottom for my inside panel, making sure leaving enough room for people to write a greeting. Okay, so there's the trees done. Next, put the trees back. We'll do some clouds. There are 26 stamps in this little stamp set. So you can do, it's unlimited in terms of the choices you can make for stamping imagery and cute things with this little truck. So I'm just overlapping all of the clouds there on that one. There we go. Top and bottom. I think that's everything for the inside and the outside. Now, well, what I will do just before I put away the Pebbled Path is get my greeting, which is special delivery, which means I can use this for any sort of a card. This one, special delivery. There we go. So that's all my Pebbled Path stamping done. Close you up, and now I'm going to use the stamp that coordinates with the tree and just fills in all of the images. And I'll use I'll use some crushed curry first. And this stamp just lines up so beautifully. Just line it up with the outline, pop it in. There we go. We've got autumn leaves on our trees here. There's a couple of trees there. And then the other tree will use some Cajun Craze. Look at my glittery ink pad. I once used it with some glitter and it's never quite got rid of all of the shine. There we go. So there's those trees done for inside, and a tree for the front. And while I've got my Cajun craze, the last little bit of stamping I'll do is a little bit of detail for grass underneath the trees. Okay, so just do a little bit of random stamping there. It's a very autumn imagery. There we go, and we're done. Okay, I think that's all of the stamping done, so I can put away my ink pads now and put this all together. Okay, and I've got little bits of black, just a little bit bigger than both of my tiny pieces of vanilla. Just layer them one inside the other. There's another one there. Oh, that's a bit rough there, isn't it? Okay, so this one goes on the front. I'll just put that over the top of my embossed panel, right in the center of my card there. And then this one in the center of my card on the inside. And then the fun part. So we've done all the preparation to set the scene, as it were, literally setting the scene. Now with my bits and pieces of, I have already punched the window part. I've got black here for the two wheels. 1, 2. There we go. That one I'll have to make sure I put underneath the part of the car because it's nicked an edge. And then this piece here for the mudguards, a little bit extra. And, oh, I'm missing my piece for the actual truck, and that bit's a bit too small. Just here we are. There's a piece of Cajun craze for the truck. I'll just pop that in there. There we go. Okay. Now, because we're punching out the truck, it means that we can actually have it facing the opposite direction to the way that it is when you stamp it, because as you can see, it's facing the other way. Okay, so just with my liquid glue, the first thing I'm going to pop on is a couple of tires. Just pop them there. 1. And this one, as I said, I'll put that little nicked piece just at the top. You won't see it because we're going to put the mudguard over it there. 1 there. And, oh, bit too much glue, Julia. 1 there. And then last of all, a little window piece, which is in the crushed curry. I'll pop that just there. There we are. Now, I wonder if this is dry yet. I need to move that up a bit. Okay. There he is. And I do need to move you down a bit. There we go. Okay, for the hubcaps on the wheels, I've got some glossy dots here. And I've run out of the big ones, but I think the next size down will work just as well. These are actually Daffodil Delight in these, but they go quite nicely with the truck and the crushed curry. There we are. Okay, there's our, oh no. there's our truck. Isn't that cute? Now, because he's not quite dry on my card here, I'm going to put my dimensionals just there and then stick him on that way while he's still drying. There we go. Hang on. That one's down a bit low. And just rip that one off and get another one and put it up a bit higher. There, that's better. There you go. Now I am going to add one last little detail using your stamping blends, and this one is Cajun Cray, so it's exactly the same colour. I'm going to add a little doorknob and maybe a door there. And with the light Cajun Crays, oh my goodness, that didn't work so well, did it? I'll just use a little bit of extra around the edges of the mud guards just to give it a bit of definition. There we go. And there is my third card using the Trucking Along bundle. So we've got the truck using punches to create the truck coloured in and punched out, and then the truck stamped with the imagery from the actual stamp set. I hope you're inspired and enjoyed that, and thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye bye now.